I wish you could just see it. And we realize that too, like this world, this digital, right? The online marketing world is foreign to most people, right? Especially to business owners. And it seems like everybody's speaking a different language. Everybody's talking about things I don't know anything about, like all this stuff. And so what this has helped me and Maggie do is really, like she said, break it down so that it's easy to digest and understand, and we want you to implement it, right? So that's a way that Maggie and I are multiplying ourselves, is by teaching you guys, and then you guys go off and do that in your business, right?
When you think about your business, and I'll start with myself, what do you think your biggest challenge is? For me, it's time management. I think that my lack of time management holds up my progress some days, because I get caught up in things that don't really matter. I get caught up in things that are not adding value to my business. They're not adding value to for my clients even necessarily. My client's not going to care if I spent an hour and a half looking for the perfect photo. They were perfectly happy with what was in there, so nobody wins in that situation.
Even though it's one of those things that needs to be done every day, right? But we want you to like work on them like in blocks of time. So maybe like once a month or once a week that you're doing, say the content for that week or whatever. And even that can be overwhelming, because then before you know it, it's Monday again, you've got to redo it. So I recommend anything like a month, scheduling, like taking a day, doing a month's worth of content on your social media stuff, or writing that out and then scheduling that and leaving that alone. There is a training now that is in the portal for the social media tool.
You guys, you're the only ones that have access to this additional hour. This is your bonus hour during the week. The rest of the people in the small business marketing group, they only have access to that Thursday, which is fine. For a lot of them, that's the time they can commit, or that's where, they are right now. But I would just encourage you guys to come to both of them, because this is where a lot of the good stuff happens. This is our goal. And like Daphne said, we've been a part of a lot of groups, and a lot of them have set expectations very high for ourselves, because in some of these groups, we've learned how to do some of the things that we're teaching you. But also we've learned how to support people who have come in to a group like this, because we don't want people to fall through the cracks. But we kind of felt like nobody's doing it quite to this extent. And we do want you guys to feel like you do have access to us. And that's part of the reason why we're going to be bringing staff in little by little, because we still want to be accessible to you as the group grows, as the course grows, as we complete things, as we add things. We don't want you guys to feel lost in the shuffle, because we often do. And Daphne shared with me something today that happened to her that was frustrating in another group, where she had basically asked a question. She felt like even the people who were sort of in charge of that group had kind of pushed the question back at her, sort of like it was her responsibility to go and figure it out. Well, you don't ask a question unless you need an answer, right? So we don't want you to ever be in the position where you feel stupid because you've asked something that then somebody like throws back at you and is kind of like, well, tell me what you did about it. No. Like that's not our goal here. Our goal here is to say, okay, walk us through the steps. Like, where are you? Because we do actually want to show you how to do this for yourself. And there are no stupid questions, because we all started somewhere, right? And the question that you may think is stupid, ask it, because I guarantee you there's someone else thinking the exact same thing, if they just haven't asked. So